Hi, and welcome to my channel. This is a true story that happened to me several years ago. I was hauling tanker at the time, 40-foot tanker, and I was hauling a load up to Warsaw, Wisconsin. It was a load of glue. And I remember to go to Warsaw, Wisconsin, you take 90 out to Rockford, go north on 90 to Route 39. 90 goes this way towards Minnesota, 39 goes that way. So I think my appointment time was probably around 7 in the morning. So I probably started at 2. So I'm traveling up. I'm traveling up 39. I'm kind of tired. I got the radio on. I mean, it's on 39. Once you get past Madison, it's extremely dark up 39. As soon as you go off on the 39 and you start going up, it's really dark up in there. So the only thing you can really see is your headlights on the highway. So I'm heading up north and I'm continuing along. I'm a little bit tired. So I'm driving along and got the radio on, trying to keep awake. And all of a sudden, I see a pack of deers in my lane. So when I see the deers, by the time I realize, dude, those are deers on the highway. So then I started doing this. And the one thing you do not want to do when you're in a tanker is this. You do that, you will flip that tanker over. So I was looking for a spot because there were like 6 of them. I was looking for a spot to go through and hopefully that they would split, and I blew my horn, and they did kind of split, but I did catch one of them. Boom! It hit the truck. I felt the front end shake, and I felt like a jump and stuff. So I got it over to the side and got it slowed down and stopped. And I got out and I ran back to see if the deer was still alive. So when I got back there, it looked like a pancake. Because you got to figure I'm grossing somewhere close to 79,000 pounds. So I go back to the truck. My passenger side bumper is bent into touching the tire. And you can see where it started cutting into the tire. So good thing for me that there was a guardrail right there. I was able to get up to the guardrail and back my tractor up enough to where I could pull it out. I had a strap or something in the truck. So I strapped it, or so I don't remember exactly how I hooked it. I believe it was with a strap. It's good to keep them in the truck with you. So I backed up enough to where I could pull that thing off my tire, and I was able. The radiator was leaking a little bit, but the grill was broke, and the right headlight was broke. So I was able to continue the rest of the way and get the load off. But it was pitch black dark, and now I got one headlight, and that really sucked. But I got the job done. So, but the one thing that I want to tell you that's kind of an important thing to know is that when you're driving at night and it's a lonely highway, or even if it's a little bit lighted from the moon or whatever, and you got bright headlights on, like these hands, I want you to think about what the deer see when they see that. They see that as I will be safe on the other side. And they will run across in front of you. So the brighter the headlights, the more that they're going to want to run across in front of you. And I found this true because when I was in Alabama as a kid, a younger person, I wanted to go across the highway to a store that was across Route 41 in Littleville, Alabama. And the highway right there was 55 miles an hour. But country folks don't drive 55, they drive 85, but that doesn't matter. So it's probably at 7 o'clock at night, and the store's going to close at 8 or something, and I wanted to go get me a Mountain Dew from across the street. So I walked down from the house, and I'm standing on the edge of the highway, and you could hear cars out there because it's so quiet. You could hear that the car is coming, and he was coming from my left to the right. So as I seen him coming, he had his lights on, and the closer he got, I felt the urge to run across the street. It was the same with the deer's feel. And it was the strangest thing because it was almost like, and I actually started, and then I go, you stupid dummy, what are you doing? And then I backed up, but I felt like I had to run across in front of that car. So that made me understand that how that deer feels when they're there and you got these bright lights shining in their eyes. They feel it's safer not to stand where I'm at. It's safer to run across, and that's what they will do. And I've had it happen 3 times now, so I know that that's a fact. So running your bright ass headlights is not always a good thing, especially at night when you're in a place where there's known deer. You know what I mean? And that's why they have those triangles out. That means that somebody killed a deer or hit a deer at one time through there. So, but be very careful in doing that. I mean, it's a dangerous thing. I could have lost my life when you hit a deer like that, because had that bumper of mine gone into my tire enough, it could have caused me to either jackknife or go into the ravine. And with 79,000 gross, it could be a bad thing. So that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Be safe when you're on those type of highways at night. And being tired is not a good thing, because like I said, once I realized, oh dude, those are deer in front of me, it was like, oh shit, they're deer, you know. And by then I've already traveled a football, you know what I mean? Because you're traveling at 65 miles an hour, and I got up on the deers pretty quick. So that's my story. Please be safe and watch out for deer. And the most important thing, if you're hauling tanker, don't do that. You're better off to hit the deer than kill yourself. That's my story. I'll see you guys later. Peace and be safe.